Scone in the middle of summer. Really, because Scone in the summertime was very extreme. We were brainwashed to make us not use too much water. And we only had tanks. The first time I remember, I went to Sydney with my mother, and we were in this home where the lady was washing lettuce, and she was washing it under the tap. I said to my mother, she's got the tap on. The children on the other side of the road were from the convent. And we were rather rude to each other, not swearing or anything, but just these remarks. But we had to walk home in the heat. I remember one day there were some of us going home, and the milk cart came along, and the milk cart in those days just had the milk, not in bottles, but just in, filled up with milk. I just said to him, "Oh, aren't you lucky? I'm so thirsty." And he said, "Do you want a drink?" So he gave us all a drink. I was cheeky. That was when I was 7. I started to learn violin, and my mother said, "I'm taking you down to Sister Genevieve at the convent." I'd never talked to a sister before that. Yeah. But she was rather sweet, I believe. In those days you had to, the people used to come from the conservatorium up to hear us play. Cyril Monk said, "I'd like to have her down in the conservatorium." So that's where I went next. And I had a cheek. I remember I had to go get a bus to the station. And one day I got in the bus and everybody was sitting in there. And I said, "I've left my violin at home." So I said, "Wait." Everybody waited in the bus for me to go get my violin. And my best friend at the conservatorium was a girl called Luby. She and her mother and smallest sibling lived in Balmain because they had come all the way from Russia. I don't know what happened to their father, but the mother brought the 2 children right through Russia. She told me one day that the way the mother got through the guards was not to change the baby's nappies. I don't know what happened to her. I'd like to know. She played the piano very well. But oh boy, we just went to the conservatorium right up to intermediate. We just had the one teacher. One of our favourite occupations was when he was out of the room, throwing pen nibs up on the ceiling. I remember once a girl was sitting in front of us, and Luby and I had been walking through the main gardens, and I'd collected some shellfish, and I put them down this girl's neck, and she went. She got a fit. I didn't look as though I looked as innocent as I could possibly be. I think one of the worst things I did when I went down to Sydney, I changed my place of staying because they got a bit tired of me with the violin practicing noises. And I stayed with Aunt Evelyn instead in Manly, and in the ferry I would come over and get my pennies, and it was only a penny, and left and walk up to the conservatorium. And I have an idea. Now, don't judge me too harshly. I used to put my penny out like that, and they thought it was a ticket. But my aunt was a lovely person. She gave me a very nice lunch to take with me. And I used to, near us, there was a shop with chocolate things all over. And I'd go over to the lunch, to the place, and I would give the girls who had all their lunches, I'd say, do you want my lunch today? And I'll get something from the shop. I must have been rather awful, but still there you are.